I can't help to notice, but there was a silver medal up there. How do we get it? Which is the interesting question, because it's too high for us to jump up there. Too bad we can't switch to Rouge, otherwise we could get up there. Oh, hey guys, it's Gum here, and we are back with more Sonic 06. Last time we did Aquatic Base. Yeah, we did Aquatic Base and did a couple side missions that were mandatory for us to do, and received the Scepter of Darkness again, and now this time we're gonna be finishing up Shadow's story and starting off. We're going to Wave Ocean to catch up with Omega, because he's going after Mephiles. And remember back in Kingdom Valley with the hang glider section where Shadow wins by doing absolutely nothing? Well, guess what? Let's do it again! Shadow wins Sonic 06 by doing absolutely nothing! So, here we are, just the hang glider section, which takes place in the Mach Speed section, and we're slowly taking damage here. And as we just passed on through here, through these rocks and such. And now we're coming up to the tunnel that we can go through. Well, we went through a Sonic. I probably should have showed what the other way was for Sonic, because Shadow's forced to go through the cave while Sonic isn't. But, oh well. There's not much over to the left there, or right, depending on if you were doing this with Sonic or not. But, yeah. That's something there. It's just not a big deal, really. It's not like there's anything special or unique over there. I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed on how much I've been keeping this commentary up to where I've been talking about stuff here where I thought for sure I'd run out by this point, or a little bit before, or like an episode or two ago. Oh, but I didn't. And surprisingly, because I did have some stuff I was saving to talk about if I ran out of stuff to say. Maybe like how Sonic 06 turned out the way it did. The Defender of Sonic 06. And a few other things, but I don't remember exactly what they were. But hey, we made it through that by doing absolutely nothing, and that's the last hang glider section. Luckily, it's not the full Mach Speed section, it's just like the last part of it. So now we get into the actual stage here. Once this loading screen is done, and it will be the last one for the stage. And now we're playing as Omega. We briefly played as him before and during the Mephiles fight, but this is our first actual stage where we get to play as him, and his top speed is actually faster than Sonic's. I know, crazy, right? Hey, so your main objective to attacking with Omega is just pressing X to shoot. It leaves off, when you just press X, it leaves off like this little dust cloud or something. But when you hold the button, it charges up and shoots a beam. If you jump, it would just shoot like these bombs, which would do a little bit more damage. And yeah, the mid-air attack also. The holding X and attacking can lock onto multiple enemies, so it can help in areas like this. And you can also grind on rails. But I don't know if I mentioned this or not. Tails can't in Sonic Story or not. Tails can grind on rails too, but I don't know if I show it off or not. But another thing Omega can do is hover, but just by holding A, and you can slowly hover down. However, if you just keep tapping the button, you could just stay flying in the air, hovering in the air almost infinitely. Cause look, I'm tapping A, and hold on, let me clear out these enemies. Because I want to show this off. Why aren't you? Okay, there we go. So like, look here. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me stop moving. See, look at this. I'm tapping A really fast here, and Look how slow I'm falling. And this is kind of crazy. See, is it? It's like you can even reach like very far places. Like you can reach the start of where Sonic would be, of the stage where Sonic would normally start. But you can even reach where the next part of the area where Shadow would be, because we play a Shadow for the next part. And I didn't say this before, but Tropical Jungle is the last stage where we're playing as Rouge. You know, that would just be playing as Omega and Shadow. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But honestly, I think Omega, not Gamma. It's weird because they're so similar to each other, but yeah, I don't know what I was thinking there. But yeah. So here we'll be playing as Omega and Shadow for the rest of this. Speaking of which, here's Shadow right now, and we're in some big open field. Well, just like from in the Soliana Forest, where it's there, to where you can just has a big open field. But at least this one has a little more of a variety to it. Like has a dock you can go to right here. Which you'd be going to this at first and be like, I go home, and then we would have been gone off there if I didn't jump. It has these two like big platforms here, like one here and there's another one over there. But where's the problem? How do we get to that? There's no spring. You can just by jumping on the crates. That's how it works. But there's nothing up here, because the idea is that you're supposed to go into this cave up ahead. Because we're coming up to on the other side of the beach is a horseshoe-shaped cave. Which is right in here. The other entrance is on the other side, so it's not like a full horseshoe-shaped cave, but it is close enough anyways. Is then slow down. And yeah, this is like the only guy where you actually would have to press enemy, you have to press A 6 times to do. So, there was that. But if you can hit the weak spot on his head or at the right spot, you can do double damage, which I've mentioned that before. And this area can definitely be very confusing for first time players. I'm being like, oh, where do I go from here? But you're supposed to go to the horseshoe-shaped cave. I did like how it was handled better in the brianuuuSonic 06 version, where for Sonic Generations PC, to where you would come over to this area first, and then you would go over to the dock there, then up to those two platforms there, and then into the horseshoe-shaped cave, and then you could go back. Then you would go back this way. Here, so I thought liked how that was handled, which that's the only thing I haven't really talked about yet. Is the brianuuuSonic Sonic Generation Sonic 06 project for Sonic Generations PC. Which, yeah, that's pretty cool. I think to this day it's still being worked on, which is crazy, because I think I saw a first video on it back in 2004. He started it back in 2014, and the first stage at the moment would be, or maybe it was 2013, would be Wave Ocean, and it would be Sonic's Wave Ocean as it would normally be. Then you would go off to Shadow's pathway over here, and as I already mentioned there in the order, and then you would come back and do the Mach Speed section. And later on, he made it to where that area is optional, and you could just go straight onto the Mach Speed section. And we have this hover car here, but and yeah, I'll get back into that in a little bit. But one thing you can do about this is if you tap A, you actually can go up, gain a little bit of height. Instead of getting a speed boost, you actually gain a little bit of height to continue, which can kind of help in some cases. You can definitely use it to pull some shortcuts in Kingdom Valley. And there's the gold ring. And I was trying to make it hit me, but it kind of did, but also missed at the same time. But yeah, I'll get back more into brianuuuSonic to the Sonic 06 project for Sonic Generations PC. That was our first B rank. And well, it was because I kept shooting at the. It was because I didn't. Probably because I didn't kill enough enemies and didn't shoot enough at the beginning during the hang gliding section. But that's okay. Okay, so now we caught up to Omega, who is in pursuit of Mephiles, and see what's going on with that.
This only proves you were created to stop Shadow, the ultimate life form. Don't tell me you didn't know. You may have been programmed by humanity, but what you did to Shadow in the future, that was your...
What just happened?
Shadow. The one that defeats and seals you in the future is me.
It's so unfair. Shadow's always here to defend the world. Despite that,
Eventually, when something or someone is seen as too powerful, it is seen as a threat. And then the world becomes its enemy.
Shadow, even if you believe everyone in the world will be against you, know that I'll always remain by your side. Remember that.
I will.
Definitely nice that Rouge said that to it. Should always remain on Shadow's side. Like, that's like another one of the few positives about this game. So now we need to destroy the enemies invading from the desert. So it means Meph was headed towards Dusty Desert, and that's Shadow's final stage. And from what I remember, it's a pretty long stage. Well, it's not like super long or anything, but oh yeah, we have a side mission here that we gotta take out on all these enemies. Yeah, this would have been way better if they made it to where the city looks more destroyed than this, but oh well, who knows? Maybe they were planning on doing that, and we gotta protect all the citizens here, because as Rouge said, Shadow's always here to defend the world. Which even kind of in Sonic Forces he does, because he's helping everyone out, even if most of the ones there are fake. But the real Shadow does help out there, even if he doesn't really do too much in there. But yeah. So don't know how that happened there, but oh well. Let's take on the enemies. But yeah, brianuuuSonic, who made the Sonic 06 for the Sonic Generations PC overall. so far he's done pretty much almost done with it, but for the I think I'm not entirely sure, but I know he's still working on it. And so at first he just made the Soliana hub world, then for this one that is, not all of them, and then he did Wave Ocean, but made it to where you go on all pathways and not just Sonics but also Shadows. And Silvers there as well. Even though Silver technically didn't go to Wave Ocean, but we'll get to that when we start Silver's story, or maybe in the second episode. So, but we'll have to wait and see. Even still, that doesn't do anything. Probably because he has full health. Yeah, there we go. Actually did quite a bit more damage. It's to that, but yeah, anyway, then eventually he added Dusty Desert and White Acropolis, and he also added like a secret stage before the game, a prequel stage before the game starts off, to where Sonic's on his way to go see Elise, which that is an actual area in the game, but I'm gonna talk more about that in a bonus video. But hey, at least we didn't have to talk to someone before we started that side mission, so that part was actually done quite well, to where we only had 2 loading screen, actually no, wait, 3. Yeah, 3. Because we would have one to load the dialogue, and then another one to load the mission, then another one to load the results screen, then another one to load us back to the hub world. Well, so it's one less that we had to deal with. Yeah, and then eventually brianuuuSonic added the Crisis City Flamecorn Radical Train, then Tropical Jungle, and then did them all in Sonic's order for the most part. And then he added all the stages. Then he went through all of the lighting and for the most part all of the lighting and shadowing for stuff. And I'm not sure entirely how it goes because I'm not a Sonic Generations PC modder or anything, but I know it's been a pretty popular thing that there were tons of mods for Sonic Generations PC. So ever since the game came out, almost a decade ago. So the reason I'm not heading straight to Dusty Desert yet is because we can. Oh wait, hold on. I already purchased this. I completely forgot about that. I don't know why I forgot about that. I could assume. What made me think that? I don't know why. But oh well. I'll be able to show that off in the final in Dusty Desert. So let's head over there. I don't know what I was thinking about that, but yeah, brianuuuSonic. I definitely have checked out his video, seeing his update to the Sonic 06 to Sonic 06's PC project for Sonic Generations. We'll get a little more into that in Dusty. I'll finish that off in Dusty Desert here.
Mephiles appears to have headed for those ruins. He's probably looking for the Chaos Emerald that's supposed to be there.
There's no doubt in my mind. His movement shows he's seeking any Chaos Emerald he can find. Supposedly, he needs one in order to join with Iblis again.
I will seal him before that.
Yeah, anyway, brianuuuSonic. Yeah, he definitely has been doing a good job on it. Well, who knows when it'll be fully done or not, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. And I guess I'll put his channel in the description so you can check it out. And since then, and at one point he originally had a channel just called brianuuuSonic, but then eventually it got taken down. But then he brought it back up, calling it brianuuuSonic Reborn, but with like 3 U's and a space in Reborn. So I'll put that in the description. And so overall, yeah, pretty cool. And then something I've been saving to talk about, which I wasn't gonna say for Silver Story, but I figured I'll just bring it up now since we're in an area which was a pretty good spot to show it off for an example. No, like I might bring it up again later on in Silver Story. But anyway, we're starting off with Dusty Desert here with these pillars that we have to go in between with their arrows pointing us where the next one will be. And we can't get out, by the way. I'm pressing Y, and we can't get out. So it's weird because, in a way, that would be better to do so no one could just kill themselves. But yeah, well, but another thing too was that I forgot to mention about this thing earlier. Was that make sure you don't flip this thing over. Otherwise, you won't be able to get back in it. For one robot. Yeah, actually, there's not multiple reasons for it. Mainly because we're above stuff that can instantly kill you, whether if it's water or this quicksand here, which you can sink in, which doesn't even look like quicksand. It just looks like regular sand. But at least this part's over, and now onto the actual stage itself, which actually takes place in an area that we haven't seen before. Which yeah, for Sonic, we were mostly just on the outside part, platforming our way to the end, and end of it, point A to point B. It was pretty simple. One of the most harmless levels in the game for the most part. And now we're going on to some new parts of Dusty Desert here, where we're inside the ruins of the desert here, which it's pretty huge. And quite like a labyrinth in here for the most part, and I guess another thing about brianuuuSonic's Dusty Desert is that you would go through Sonic's part first, and then there would be like this gold ring and a string that would take you to this part here,